Welcome back to the Road Show this morning in the Buzz. TF Green Airport is flying. It's just been named the 5th best airport in the country by readers of Travel and Leisure magazine, calling it a picture of competence. The airport received high praise, scoring first in on-time performance, first in staff efficiency, and second for its functional design. And from its clear signage to its numerous dining options, travelers nationwide seem to agree. Take a look.
So easy to get to park, to leave, to check in, check out. Everything it's really easy.
The design is very efficient, and when I was waiting for my friends to arrive, I sat downstairs and now all the people arrive down there, and you're just right there in the area so you can see them all.
The airport is easy to get in and out of, to rent a car.
Now, here's what airports just beat out Rhode Island: Houston, Orlando, Minneapolis, and Portland, Oregon. On the flip side, though, Boston's Logan Airport ranked 5th among the country's worst airports. And the magazine puts the airports in New York, Los Angeles, and St. Louis at the top of its worst list. So, Michelle, you were nodding. You seem to agree.
I do. You know, I mean, I have to say, I had a flight recently. It was a work-related trip. You can't, the airport itself can't help the fact that certain flights are going to get canceled, delayed. But I had a woman at the Delta counter who was doing this with all customers, not just me, but she was so good about getting me on a flight, had to book with another airline, made sure my luggage got there. I mean, she was just so attentive to your needs. That's the sort of personal experience I think you're getting at TF Green Airport a lot of times, which maybe does separate it from some of the other larger airports where they just have so many big crowds coming in. And it seemed like those were the large airports that were on that worst list.
Absolutely.
We were talking about that earlier, what separates a good airport from a bad airport. And customer service is great. I've had flights, traveling a ton last year that were canceled, and just people don't go out of your way to help you out. It's like my goal is to get to my destination. Just help me get there. And,
please, and then I'll be out of your hair.
But TF Green, I flew last weekend, and from the time I was dropped off at the curb to the time I got to my gate was honestly 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
And you can walk right there.
My mom constantly says, you need to leave earlier. And I'm like, no, I don't. I literally...
Not when you live in such a small city. You really
From leaving my house to get to my gate is a half hour.
And you finally have a choice in food now with the renovations. Other than just like peanuts and potato chips, you can actually get a meal there.
True.
A couple of good restaurants, actually.
They actually really do. The Oyster Bar, I like stopping there. The couple of things that I have a problem with, number one, it is really a lot cheaper to go 45 minutes up the road and fly out of Boston, but you don't want the hassle of having to park and everything like that. One of my problems with the renovation is that if you want to go to like one of the shops at the airport, you can't get to the shops unless you have a boarding pass. So there's a shop that I wanted to go to one time because I wanted to pick up a T-shirt, Best in Rhode Island, and I went there and I realized, I can't. Before I could go to it, and I can't anymore. The other thing too is for quick turnarounds, there really aren't a whole lot of mainstream flights. This weekend I was trying to fly out to Colorado, and the reason I didn't was because it was so frustrating. I couldn't book a flight that left TF Green and came back, and I didn't want to have to hike on up to Boston for that. So as long as I think it is clear, it is clean. I mean, we live in a small city, so it's not going to be that congested. But I also think you can alleviate some of the problems if you don't check your luggage and that sort of thing. So
they got a couple more direct flights. I think they would really help their cause.
For what it is, though, for a small airport, if you find a flight that goes where you want to go, I think it's a great airport.
Yeah, totally agree. I want to throw it over to Mel, though, because this morning on the live blog, I assume that a lot of people are going to be agreeing, Mel, that we have a pretty good airport.
Yeah, I have to say, and I agree as well. Of course, TF Green never had any problems flying, so fingers crossed that it stays that way. I'm here on the live blog on FoxProvidence.com, so let's take a look at some of our comments this morning, see what some of our bloggers have to say. Joseph Butera says, the most important thing I look for in an airport is on-time performance and good security. I think these are the two most important things in an airport. And Diana says, I don't travel much, but when I've traveled in TF Green Airport, it's been great. They were always on time, and it was an easygoing security screen. And in case you're just joining us this morning, I posted today's Buzz poll question on FoxProvidence.com. You'll find it right under the live blog. Today we're asking, what's the most important thing you look for in a good airport? Your choices are A, on-time performance, B, staff efficiency, C, functional design and convenience, or D, shopping and dining. And over on Facebook this morning, our friends are weighing in, although I have heard reports that Facebook is working and then not working, so if you want, jump online and leave us a comment. Gene Sadler says, cleanliness and the distance to boarding gates from check-in and good signs that are easy to understand. So I agree, Gene. You know, you have to know where you're going, and great signs always help. But I'll be back at the end of the show with your web poll results. But for now, let's